Hello guys, this is Tabisani from Elephant Academy. Today I'm going to be sharing with you how to connect to your remote server using SSH. So to just define what is SSH, SSH stands for Secure Shell. It is a protocol for secure remote login, even over an unsecured network using a client-server model from a machine that has got an SSH client installed to a machine that has got an SSH server installed. So I'm gonna be using Amazon EC2 instances or servers to demo this lecture. So you may want to check the Amazon public documentation for connecting to their servers, which is a pretty nice documentation there. So for more information about this SSH protocol, you can just check the request for comments 4254. You can also use Wikipedia. It has good rich information that I saw there. Without further ado, we just want to jump in and show you how SSH works before we talk much on this topic. Okay, so great. Basically, I'm just gonna be following the way that Amazon Web Services do it. So they don't use the normal way of using password that we're used to. They let you use SSH keys. So you are provided with two keys, a public key and a private key. The public key reside inside of the SSH server where you want to actually remote access in the home username and then .ssh folder. That is where your public key is stored. And then the private key, because it's private, obviously you download it and you store it somewhere safe in your client machine. That would be your PC, so that you use it whenever you want to SSH or access your server remotely using SSH. Okay, so this is the format of the SSH command. Okay, so I'm in a Mac. By default, Mac has got an SSH client installed. Linux, you can also do it on a command line prompt. With Windows, people, there are different flavors of SSH client. You can use Putty, you can also use mobaXterm. There's different ways by which you can actually initiate an SSH connection from a client server. So I shall just warp to my AWS environment, AWS console. As you can see, I've got two servers or two AWS instances. I'm just gonna be demoing with this named main here. It's in running state. As you can see, this is my public IP address and this is the public domain name, which resolves to this public IP address, obviously. And the OS is Amazon Linux 2, pretty much similar to CentOS and Red Hat. The way it works is similar in every distro when it comes to SSH, like Ubuntu, Kali Linux, Amazon 2. It works the same. The public SSH key is stored in the home username .ssh folder is the authorized key file. So to connect remotely, you just click connect here. The Amazon console is really nice. It's gonna give you this command as it is. So by just looking at this command, you see that the name of our private key, which is in our computer, in our client computer, is main.pem. That is your RSA private key file name. then this becomes the default SSH user that is provided to you by Amazon by default. Then this is the public domain name, of DNS name of this machine that we saw earlier. So I'm just gonna copy this and then go to my Mac terminal and just expand this so that you guys can see. I am in this directory where my private key files are is stored. So let me just type ls. As you can see, I've got the main.pem file here. So I'm just gonna paste this here and enter, and you see that we become logged in. As you can see, voila, we are logged in into our Amazon Linux Army. Okay, so we are in, which is cool. That was the objective of this lecture, but I shall be showing you guys a lot of tricks around how this works. So as I said, the private key file is the one that you download when you create your servers that reside in your client machine. Now, in your server machine, side of your server machine, your SSH configuration and keys are stored in these directories. So the SSH configuration is stored in cd in just etc SSH. Okay. This is where it resides. As you can see, this is SSH config file. This is client when this machine where I am is a client. Then the SSHD means SSH daemon config is the configuration for the server. So if you want to configure anything that comes in from clients, you configure this one. Then for connections that are going outside, you configure this client. Okay, that is the client configuration file, and this is the server configuration file. Okay, that is where SSH config reside. Now to see where your public key file reside in, you just say home. The default user is EC2 user, then .ssh. There is a file called authorized key file. This file is your public key, which is paired with the main.pem file, private key file that we used to actually SSH into this server. If you mess up with the file permissions of this folder, you're gonna get some errors. So we shall be talking more on that in our troubleshooting section. But otherwise, guys, this is how you connect to your remote server. This is how you connect to your Amazon EC2 Linux instances using a terminal. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching.